here and welcome back to my channel. So today we are on a road trip to Chennai. We left Bangalore at around 5 in the morning and we are yet to reach Chennai, and this place is somewhere in between Krishnagiri and Tiruvannamalai. I'm not too sure about the exact place here. So we would have a quick stopover at Melmarvattur and head towards Chennai after that. And this is a 3-day tour, so stay tuned for the progress. We would be visiting many places in Chennai and many other places. So I will keep you posted. Stay tuned. This is the only hotel we found after a really long drive, and the food here was not the best, but I was thankful that I could finally reach a hotel for breakfast. A quick travel trip would be to take the Bangalore to Chennai via Belur Road, as I made a mistake of taking the Tiruvannamalai road, and the roads were not just bad but also we were not able to find any good restaurants to eat either. So it is always better to take the Belur road, which is comparatively better and wide, and you also have a few eateries on the way. Hey guys, so we've reached the Melmarvattur temple, and the place behind me you can see the entrance to the temple, and also it's scorching hot, so I'll quickly go have the darshan and get back to you with the details about this particular temple and where exactly this is situated. This temple is built for goddess Adiparashakti, and the main deity here is believed to be a Swayambhu, which means it is self-manifested and is not made by any human. This idol here is man-made, but there is a small round stone structure which is said to have been under a neem tree, which got visible after it was uprooted by a strong storm. This is a very famous temple which is visible from the Chennai-Tirchi highway. This place is well connected with trains from major cities and also has good connectivity of frequent buses. We had coincidentally reached this place on the Thai Amavasai, which had special pujas ongoing. So guys, finally we reached Chennai and I've checked into Courtyard by Marriott. So we would be exploring the city today. I'm not too sure of the places that we would be visiting, but I'm planning to visit the Marina Beach first. So after that we will see what exactly are the places that we would be able to explore today. So stay tuned. Finally reached the destination here. So that's the Marina Beach behind me, and this is my cousin. So we would be visiting the Marina Beach. I wouldn't be diving into the water. I would just take a walk across the ocean. So we will go have some nice time and move to the next destination from here. There are a number of eateries by the beach that comes to life in the evening. It serves some really yummy street-style seafood and also has some fast food counters. There is a fish market quite close to the beach which sells some fresh catch. We visited the Santom Church, but we didn't get to film inside the place. The Chennai Lighthouse is close to the Marina Beach and is said to have an amazing view of the beach and the city, but I didn't enter the place, hence I do not have the view captured. It actually closes by 6 p.m. so just in case you want to visit this place, you will have to reach this place here before 6. Our next stop was at the Vallavar Kotam, but since the place was already closed, we were not able to explore this place. On my way back, I had passed this botanical garden, Semuri Ponga, which is said to be a green spot which is most visited in the city and is said to house a variety of plants from all over the world. If you like my video, do consider liking, sharing and subscribing to my channel, and also follow me on my Instagram profile Deepika's Travel Diaries. After this one-day city tour, I even visited a few more places in and around Chennai, and here is a quick recap of the next episode at the Dakshin Chitra. Until next time, stay tuned, stay safe, and kindly do not leave your house until it is really necessary. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, goodbye.